Hey guys, I'm Jason, and I just saw M. Night's newest film. So, The Visit. This is a tricky one. I mean, I compare M. Night's career to the stock market crash of the mid-2000s. Meaning 15 years ago, in the late 90s and the early 2000s, People magazine said he was the next Spielberg. You don't get much bigger than the next Spielberg. But come the mid-2000s, 2008, 2010-ish, when the stock market crashed, so did M. Night. I mean, he made The Happening, he made, I think Lady in the Water was a little bit before 2008, but in 2010 he made Last Airbender, and my god, he didn't even seem like he was the same man from 1999. Sixth Sense, Signs, and Unbreakable are some of my favorite films, especially The Sixth Sense. Going into The Visit, I had very low expectations. I was hoping it was going to be another Happening, which, by the way, The Happening is one of the best comedies of this century. It's really funny. The Visit itself had some good moments, but overall it was just very dull. So the movie stars two kids who go out to rural Pennsylvania to spend the week with their grandma and grandpa. Things seem fine at first, but as the movie progresses, grandma and grandpa get weirder and weirder. As it goes on, the movie alludes to, is this a demon possession? Is it something to do with aliens? Or is it something completely different altogether? And then, I'll admit, the twist at the end really caught me off guard. It reminded me of a certain SpongeBob episode, but hey, you know, who doesn't like SpongeBob? Maybe M. Night does. So, the twist was really good, but most of the movie was just so dull and uneventful. There were so many scenes in this film that you thought was going to lead up to something really good, and then the scene just ends, and on to the next day. I felt so blue-balled. So did all my friends. I mean, there's one scene in particular when the young kid, the young brother, something happens to him and you think he's going to go out into the house where the danger is, and they keep talking about it, and then nothing happens. And I'm like, what the hell? What was the point of that? It was just so much unnecessary, like, long, dragged-out, like, monologues in this film, and some of the decisions the main female girl made were just, like, head-scratching. But there are some really shining moments in this film. Some actually really funny moments. There's one moment in particular at this film that really had me roaring. You'll see it when you'll know it when you see it. It's towards the end in the climax of the film. I will say that the acting was pretty good. I especially liked the guy who played the grandfather. He played the priest in the newest Daredevil series. He was very good. And there's some like more lighthearted moments than other Shyamalan films, like The Happening, for example, took itself way too seriously, and I think that's what made it so funny. This movie doesn't. But it's just so dull in some parts. You brought back in with some very scary parts, especially there's one really tense scene that takes place underneath the house. But other than that, like, it's like when you're eating a cake and you get those little crunchy pieces in it that taste really good, but then your tongue is met with just bland sponge. So, in my opinion, The Visit is passable. I say you should see it, but maybe not in the theater, maybe not spend like the $11, $12 how movie theater ticket prices cost these days. But see it when it's on Netflix, rent it when it's in Redbox. It's not a bad movie. You should see it with some friends and have a laugh, because there are some good parts in this. There are some scary parts in this. But there are more dull than there is good. So yes, in my opinion, The Visit is passable. It's a good movie. It's a good rung for M. Night to start walking back up his ladder to success. But it's not great. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm Jason, and I'm new to this whole YouTube movie review thing. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but now I finally am doing it. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I look forward to doing more videos soon.